Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the Sports Story NFL edition. Today, we're going to talk about Week 18 rankings in the NFL. We give you our top 14. Without further ado, let's get started here. At number 14, we have the Seattle Seahawks battling for a playoff spot. They do have a loss, coming off a loss from last week. They close out the season against the Arizona Cardinals. Should be a win for them. However, Arizona played pretty well last week, ended up beating Philadelphia, who is in disarray right now. Um, so we will see how things go. It is at Arizona, so the Seahawks have to come ready to play because the way Arizona played last week, they could shock Seattle and potentially keep them from making the playoffs. At number 13, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. They have won one in a row, but they have not looked good. They have not looked good throughout the last couple weeks. They're struggling right now. If I was to put them against most of the teams in the playoffs, I would say that there's a good chance they're going to lose, which is why right now they are a number 13 team. At number 12, we have the Houston Texans. They are also battling for a playoff spot. They have won one in a row here. We will see how they come and turn out. The Houston Texans close out the season against the Indianapolis Colts, another team that is fighting for a playoff spot. It should be a good battle. It'll be on Saturday, and that's a big game, big game there. So Houston, Indianapolis should be interesting. So Houston's battling for a playoff spot. They are a number 12 team. At number 11, we have the Indianapolis Colts. They have won one in a row. They are facing Houston. One of these teams gets eliminated on Saturday. One is done. Which one? One is definitely done, I should say. Which one? Do not know. We will see what happens. Indianapolis is our number 11 ranked team for this week. At number 10, the Philadelphia Eagles. Who would have thought we'd be in this spot with this team? Several weeks ago, they were the team to beat, and now I'm not sure that they couldn't beat anybody. They get the New York Giants this week, so it should be a win. However, they struggled and lost to Arizona last week, so can they get it done this week? They kind of have to. To have some confidence going into the playoffs. They currently have a one-game losing streak, but even in the win, they struggled. So the Eagles come in at number 10. At number 9, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did lose this past week. They are also battling for a playoff spot. They play the Carolina Panthers on a Saturday at noon, Sunday at noon. It's a game they should win. They are fighting for a playoff spot, looking to win the division. Currently in control of the division. Just have to get a win here to make sure that they seal the deal and get into the playoffs. At number 8, we have the Los Angeles Rams. Who would have thought they would be in this spot right now? They've won 3 in a row. They have looked good over the last several weeks. The Rams have played very, very tough. They are currently in the playoffs. They do play San Francisco this week. It's going to be a tough game for them. If they can win this game, the confidence they will have going into the playoffs would shoot through the roof. They are looking to continue their hot streak. At number 7, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have won 2 in a row with a team that seems like they're in disarray with the quarterback situation. They have done well. Tomlin has kept this team together. The guy has never had a losing season. He has found ways to win games, and this year has been no different. They're currently the number 7 team in our ranking. They do play Baltimore this week, which is going to be difficult. So it's going to be a dogfight. It's a matter of whether Baltimore decides they want to rest some people or if they want to go ahead and try and compete and make sure Pittsburgh loses this game. At number 6, we have the Miami Dolphins. A couple weeks ago, they were probably in our top 2, right there with Baltimore, San Francisco. So, they have struggled a little bit here against some teams that are good. They seem to have trouble with. This week they get Buffalo, who is battling for a playoff spot. But they have looked good down the stretch here. They've looked really good. Buffalo is looking to be in the playoffs. Going to be a dogfight here. Should be a good game. This will be on Sunday night. So a Sunday night game, big game. At number 5, we have the Detroit Lions. They have lost 1. However, they have been one of the hottest teams. This was a team that I struggled with dropping after their debacle last week with the referees. I feel that they were hosed in that game. How you can confuse anything. Number 70 wasn't even close to the referee, so there's no way he could have reported in. How they said he reported in is beyond me when the other 2 guys were standing right in front of the ref. This was a total mess up on the referee's part, and it cost Detroit the game. So they're going to be mad this week. We'll see what happens. They do get Minnesota this week, and so Detroit looking to kind of go out and make sure they take care of business. At number 4, we have the Dallas Cowboys. They moved up this week because they did beat Detroit. Finally, they beat someone that has a pulse. They have won 1 in a row now. They do close out the season at Washington. Should be a win for them. They should have kind of a win streak going into the playoffs. But we will see what happens. They do play Sunday afternoon at Washington. Number 3, the Buffalo Bills. Probably one of the hottest teams in football right now. They do have a tough game this week going to Miami in that Sunday night game we just talked about. A win here would go a long ways for the Buffalo Bills. First off, they make the playoffs. They would have a 5-game winning streak, and like I said, be probably the hottest team or one of the hottest teams going into the playoffs. Number 2, we have the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland has a 4-game winning streak. This is a team that has lost their quarterback, bring in Joe Flacco, and all the guy has done is now like number 16 or 15 on the passing, all-time passers on the Cleveland Browns. Guy's played, 5 games, 6 games, and he's the number 16 all-time passer in Cleveland Brown history. 300-yard games. He's had 6 in a row now. He's looked good, and with this defense in Cleveland, the sky's the limit for this team. They do close out at Cincinnati at noon on Sunday. Big game for Cleveland. Our number 1 team, the Baltimore Ravens. They have won 6 in a row. They have who I believe is the NFL MVP in Lamar Jackson. There's no doubt that this team right now, the way they're playing, the way their defense plays, this offense with Lamar Jackson and the weapons they have, this team is probably going to be very, very tough to beat for anybody. They just took it to the Miami Dolphins. And so they can score points. They can play defense. This is a well-rounded team. And right now, probably the favorite to win the Super Bowl with the Super Bowl MVP in Lamar Jackson. The question is, will they sit some people this week? They do play Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's fighting for a playoff spot. So we will see. And they play on Saturday at 3:30. So we will see what happens here with the Baltimore Ravens. There you have our top 14. Top 14, these are the 14 teams we believe will make the playoffs. Going into the final week here, we will see what happens here. So until next time, everybody, stay safe. And as always, peace out.